one, finish Python function to search for availability. Oh, this is too long. Okay. And then 2, I want to package this, run this in headless mode with Docker, because obviously I don't want to be always using my computer. So you can actually run Selenium inside a Docker container in headless mode, which is pretty cool. And that gives you the option to run this on a server somewhere on the internet. I might run it on Kubernetes, I don't know, but you can run it anywhere. And if we have time, maybe create a notification. I don't think I will have time for this today, to be honest. This is an extra thing. Obviously, when you're doing this type of search, you want to send a notification. You could send it via WhatsApp or something like that. Yeah, I've done it before in a video. But yeah, I think this, if I can do this too, that will be already probably a lot for today. So let's get started. And don't forget to hit the like button. And yeah, let me know. If the sound is not up to par, let me know and I will fix it. Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Right, so, okay. So I have here a function. I'll just run it once so you can see what it does, right? So I have a browser open right already, okay? So if I run this function, it's here I'm saying, okay, a number of days in the future. I want to check for the next 5 days. I want to find like one slot. And then these are my criteria, like from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then the number of hours that I want. So I'm going to run this. And you can see in the browser, for now it will just do something. It will extract the data. So this is putting in data into a Panda data frame. Yeah. And be getting a result. Okay. So I can see all the available slots. Okay. So right now it's giving me data in a Panda format. I'll probably want to turn this into an API. Okay. But okay, we'll go one by one. Okay. So let's have a look at this function. I think I'm going to add find available slots. So right now I'm missing the login section. Okay. So I'm going to do login to website. Okay. So I have the section for logging in somewhere here. So I'm going to put this into a function as well. So let's do it here, it's easier. So I'm going to create another block. I'll move it later on down. So definitely. So login. So login to website. Okay, let's call it Sports Center website. And I'm going to just copy and paste all of these lines here. Yeah. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to be switching from a notebook to an actual program that I can run outside of a notebook. A notebook is good for experimenting with code, But when you want to really get this to run for real, you want to switch this into like a headless mode, like. So that's why I want to package everything into a function. And yeah, the idea is to make sure everything works without me having to click anything really. So I'm going to. So the first thing I need to do is actually get into the website. So I'm going to copy this section here. So the driver, I can initialize this once. Oh, so I won't put that inside the function. Okay. So I have here, log into Sports Center website. And then I have the credentials, email address, password, and then I can submit the login. Okay. Just, I'm going to move this to the bottom. Oh. What happened to the code? Yeah, it's here. That's okay, it's here. Probably want to move it a bit up. Actually, let me do this. I'm just going to copy, put it here. Okay. Now, no arguments. I don't really need to. I'm going to read this from a file. All my credentials are hidden. So I'm just going to copy and paste and read. So, okay, the function is here, right? So let's see. To start a new session each time. Just going to copy this as well. So let's try it. So for now, I'm going to comment out this part of the code until I get the first part working, yeah? And I'm just going to run this, and all this is going to do for now is just the login. Hopefully it will work. So it's opening a new window each time and you logged in, yeah? It's all good, okay? So next step, I want to click on book now so I can go to the next page. And I already have the code written somewhere, so I'm just going to copy and paste that. I used XPath here. Anyway, there's two ways to do it. I'm just going to pick this one. If it ever stops working, I can always fix it later. Okay, so now I have... Okay, I've already logged in here, so I'm going to create another method. So start booking, yeah. I'm not actually going to book anything, I'm just going to search for things, but I have to click the book now button. So definitely start booking. Okay. So the book now. So I'm assumed I'm assuming that when I'm calling this method, I'm already logged in and I'm in the logged in page, yeah. And I should be able to click on the button if that's the case. And so let's try it. Okay, it's going to open a new window. I'm going to close the previous one. And now it should actually be a bit quicker, I guess. No, I didn't call it yet. Okay, so we have logged in and it should book now. Come on. I think it failed because it shouldn't take that long. Not reachable. Okay, because I may have something wrong. Driver dot. Okay, I'm not. I see what's happening here. I'm initializing driver, but I'm not. Okay, got it. So return driver, and then I have to pass in driver as an argument from now on. So driver. Okay. So I'll do that here. So driver equal to. So this is the WebDriver object. And then driver is a return here, and then I can take that as an argument and call the start booking. Okay, so it should work this time. Okay, let's see. So now it's calling the login, and it started the booking. Okay, so I'm on this page, which is where I want to be. I have here a club predefined. What I want to do now is to select the clubs. Okay, I have that somewhere, so I'm just going to. This is a good one because I don't think I provide an option yet to select the clubs I want to search on. Did I say that? Okay, so let's go to the top where I select the club. Okay, I have to remove the pre-selection first of all. Okay, and then so select club. And I can pass in the argument with the club. I'm going to do one at a time because it's easier for me to extract the data I want without confusing. So club, and I'm going to add another argument here, club. Okay, and I'm just going to describe the club. Club is the name of the club for which we want to search for availability. Okay, right, and then here we select the club, and right, we have now, we don't have the method yet, so let's create the method. Select club, I need the driver object so I can do my queries, and I can just copy and paste that one. So this will remove any selection that's already there. And then I need to copy the other line of code. Clear. It's the other line of code. So clear. So all of this is here already because I've already figured out. I need to also copy this code. And we have So this is to select the drop down. Then we have the drop down, and then we have I need to copy this line. And this will select the club. Okay, so I have seed cap here, but I'm going to change this to the club, right? So I'm putting a variable here using an f string in Python. I can just basically, if I put a f here, I can then specify a variable inside my string. This is very useful, and to be honest, this is the best way I have to define a string with variables in Python. I find other options that you have too cumbersome. So here I'm saying my club is whatever I have in my parameter, okay? Yeah, so let's try that. I'm going to pass in, need to pass in as an argument, of course. So select club, it's already there. And the club is here. And then I need to add the parameter into my, so I'm going to put, I don't know, seed cap for now. And let's see if this actually is able to select the club. Okay. So we have, so it should select seed cap if it works. But obviously it seems like it failed. Something's wrong here. I passed in, okay, I've confused Python because I passed in only one argument. Actually, I need two, one for the driver and one for the club. Okay. Maybe I should just put club here and driver is the last one. Okay. So club. And then when I call it, I have to pass this as a second argument. It's tried. Okay, let's see what happens now. So it's calling the club. You can see it select the seed cap. That works fine. Okay, so I'm getting there. Okay, next thing I want to add is selecting the activity, right? I don't think it's part of this yet. So I'm going to select the activity now. Or category and activity. Select category and activity. I'm only interested in badminton, so I'm just going to call it select badminton. I don't really want anything else, to be honest. So select badminton. I pass in the driver as an argument. So select clubs, select it's done. This should have an indent. So select club. select badminton, and then driver, and we can pass in this variable, and we have here the option I want to click. Then I need to also click the second one, so select category, select activity here, okay. So I'm almost done with the function actually, so it's not too difficult. Yeah. So let's try that. No, the wrong place. It's inside the function. I need to put that. Okay. So now I'm going to run this again. Voila. I should have. Okay. See? Okay, I need to click view timetable. So that's the last thing I need to do. View timetable. Oops, I was there. Okay, here. So I copy and paste these. And I should be able to have the reminder of the code already activated. So I'm going to enable that as well. So I'm going to just say select timetable, and this could also already, besides, I can just do that here, right? So no point to create another method just for this button, yeah. And then I'm going to enable this, which was the code I had working before. Oops, what happened there? Yeah, and I'm going to run, execute this, and let's see, right? So from start to end, it should open a website, and you will get all the availability, and it should get all the sessions available in the next 5 days. And if it works, which I think that there's some kind of problem. Okay, so what's the wrong thing here? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I don't have the driver. So driver, I need to click something else, I think. What was it? So, sync. Chrome not reachable. Okay, so the method get availability for date also needs now a driver, and it didn't have one. So I'm just going to pass in driver as an argument. And then it should solve the problem. Okay, so now I can run this again. So you see, it's extracting all the availabilities for badminton, and it should return me a table at the end with all the available slots. And I have the function, pretty much, which I now can put this into a Python script. Yeah. And that will put me one step closer to making this. Okay, there's an error, but let's see what the error is. So something failed. get availability for date. I'm not sure what's the problem. There's a problem with the 128 df calculate max duration. Yes, this is not. I need to do a display of this to see what's wrong. Tries to open multiple windows now. Extracting all the data, and now it fails. So what's there? No, it worked this time. Did it? No, it's still running. Okay. So something is missing. Calculate max duration. Okay, so there's missing. Not sure what's wrong here. It's fine to me. So I'm going to put a print here. No, not here. I'm going to put a print here to see what's wrong with this data frame. Oh, I got it. I got it. Where is this variable coming from? I need to pass in as an argument. Maybe I'll call it something else. So I was missing this data frame variable, and this is why it's important to put things into functions. And then it becomes much safer. So I'm going to have to call this method with another argument. Oh, interesting. Because this is an inline function. This inline function should be let's see. That's the thing, it doesn't have access to this variable at all. So if I put it here, if I leave it here, then I have to find a way to pass in as an argument here. But then I'm calling the df.apply. This is supposed to be a lambda function, right? So let me see if I can just do something like this. I don't know if this is even legal. I think lambda x. Okay, let me see. Okay. I need to go and revisit the syntax for lambda functions. Let's see. So lambda, okay, like this. Okay, let's try that. Okay, seems like it worked. Yes, it worked. Okay, so I have here all the availabilities I want to have for SIDCAP, right? And I want, let's say, quite a lot actually. To be fair, it's going to be, but to be honest, this is not the time we normally play. We normally play between this time and latest time is 21 o'clock. So let's also, I don't know. Okay, I'll leave SIDCAP for now. I'll run this again. See how reliable it is by calling it multiple times. Okay. It's pretty fast. Sometimes, depending on the website, they might they might have a captcha or something like that. You might have to slow down the script. But so far I haven't had any issues. And I'm able to extract all the information I need. And at the end, I get the results. It's finished. So I have here my availability for the times I want. So I can play tomorrow actually. No, but that's too late. I want... Yeah, actually, this is not exactly what I want. I'm not passing in. I want 2 hours continuously, and I know they don't have... Okay, let's see. Missing something actually. This is not... Okay, sorry, I'm not seeing... Okay, I need to take my the display. I was seeing something wrong. Okay, 1 second. So I have a display somewhere it shouldn't be. It's confusing me now. Display. Okay, so it's displaying here. But I don't want that. Okay. The actual true results are here. Yeah, these are the actual true results. So I only have 2 slots. One on... So I have... Today is what? 29th, 16th. I have one on Friday. Wow. I have to wait until Friday to play. Okay, this is for SitCap. Let me try another place, which is EREF. Okay, and see if this works for EREF as well. Yeah, so I have... So I only have one availability, so I can play on the 19th and 2 hours. Yeah. All right. This is good. The function is working. To be honest, it's kind of returning stuff in the Panda data frames format, which is not very helpful if I'm trying to create some kind of script. So I'm going to convert this to JSON. And in the pandas library, there is actually a function I can just use for JSON. Yeah. Convert to JSON. So if I go into here, so I can very easily create an API now. So let's just try one option without complicating it too much. So I'm going to return data frame to JSON and orient equal to table. And we'll see exactly what how it shows the data. Okay. I'm just going to print as well. Yeah. So JSON result. Mistake. Too quick. Sometimes it fails because something was done too quickly. See? So now it's going to return JSON format data. I can actually close the browser as well. It's probably a good idea to do that. Okay, you can see the browser. I can just do driver.close. Okay, that's what I thought. So you can see the JSON data. I can try and make this a bit more pretty. So just to be easy to see, Python JSON pretty print. Okay, something like this. So you can just go here and then do print JSON format. Yeah. To be honest, I don't want to call the script just for this. Let me just run this here. So I need to import JSON library. It's not exactly the pretty thing I wanted to show, but what did I do wrong? JSON.dumps. Not exactly. I don't know why it's not showing it nicely, but you can see here our JSON. Is this actual a string or? Let me just see. I don't know if it's already a string or if it's still a JSON object. So I'm just getting the type of the object to see if it's definitely... Okay, it's already a string, so this is why it's not working very well. Okay, so I need to do JSON.loads. There's two versions, loads with an S and loads without an S. And if you ask me, I don't remember which one does what. One reads the string, the other one reads the file. Okay, now it's much easier, right? So you can see the way this prints creates the JSON, right? It creates a schema. We don't really need it like that. Okay, it's like a table format, right? So to be honest, it's not really like... It's not very good for an API. So let me just see what other options we have to create a Panda data. So records. Let's try records. Or index. So columns, there's many options, right? There's columns as well. So columns would mean that this would be a column. So the keys would be the columns. And records. Okay, let's just try it. I'm going to temporarily return a data frame so I can play with this without having to always call the browser, you know. I don't want to call the website too many times. For now, it will be a data frame. So this will... So this will extract all the data and return it in the data frame. And hopefully we'll close the browser when it's done. Oh, I commented out. Okay, never mind. So now I can play a little bit with this. Yeah, so we can see which format is more appropriate for us. So I'll do 2 JSON with records. and see if this is actually better or not. Yeah. So if I do records, so I have a list. Yeah, I only have one here. This is actually okay. It gives me the date, the location, the time. Okay, the time is not exactly the format I want. This is like a, this is probably a number of milliseconds since 1970. It's a Unix time, not very useful. So I should format this. But anyway, I can deal with that. So let's see. Let's just find out if that's the case, right? Not here. Google. Since 1970. Let's see. So if I put this time here, then this was supposed to be 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in my time zone. 8 o'clock. Right. But yeah, so I need to format. So if I show the actual under data frame, it's actually showing me the time here in GMT, so 8 o'clock. And but here when I return this in JSON format, it converts the time to number of seconds since 1970, which is a Unix time. Okay, so to convert that, that must be a way. Okay, there's here. So I'm going to say default equal to ISO and see whether that helps. So date format equal to ISO. So date format equal to ISO. It's date format, not data format. And I have, okay, so I have this. This is what I want. This is better. Still not great. But like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to parse this in my script, right? I don't need to worry too much about whether it's readable or not. So I have here now some code that allows me to return this in JSON format. Good copy. And I'm going to add it here. So I'll close this. I don't need to do this section here. This is only to visualize it. Yeah. Okay. So I have a method now. Now I should be able to do the Docker. And Docker. So you should close the browser this time. And then now I can display it. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Time. So what I want to do now is to try and run this in headless mode with a Docker container. So I'm going to save this and I will be checking out what Docker containers, Docker Chrome, WebDriver, Headless. There is Docker containers that you can just take and they will run Chrome in headless mode. And I'll be looking at it's popular, so it must be working. 6 million, well, 2 million almost. This would work on a Mac M1 as well. I'm not using a Mac, but you know, it's good to know that it's easy to run in different environments. So I'm going to see if I can just use this guy. So I can use the, I don't know if, I mean, you might be watching this and you never tried Docker before. Docker is basically what is running the internet today, right? Every website you go to, they will be most likely today running on Kubernetes, and Kubernetes uses containers, Docker containers, and Docker containers are like mini. You can think of it like mini VMs, but they are not really VMs. But they are like virtual computers that you can. They're not like virtual computers, but like I'm just trying to explain the concept. The idea is it's like you can just have a small container, isolated way of running certain code or certain software, and without affecting anything else that's running next to it. And you can basically combine many containers to create one huge application. Right. So I'm going to try this Docker container. Let me see if there is any instruction on how to use it. I just want to try it first and see if it works for me. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to start my Linux environment. So because I prefer to run this on Linux. So service docker start. So I installed Docker here already. That's how I did. Okay, so I still know the password. Right, so I've started Docker and I'm going to just run this. They should download as well. I don't know if it will. I think I need to actually do a Docker pull first, but let me just try it. My Docker is not configured properly, so I need to always use sudo. Okay, it's downloading it. So this will should allow me to run the Chrome browser in a headless mode, which means I can run this theoretically anywhere, right? In any server on the internet. It doesn't have to be my computer. And it doesn't have to have a graphical user interface, which is the most important part of it. there's some errors. Okay, so it seems like it's running something. So what is it supposed to do, that command? So this is for debugging. This is standalone mode. So I need to understand how this one works. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see if there's anyone on the internet using this and created a blog. Have Albert, you. So what is not clear is like, how do I test this? To see how it works. Hi there, Sherry. Nice to see you again. Click allow if you're not a robot. This is a... No, this is not. This is a scam. So Headless mode. Mode. Yeah. Okay. So this is an example. Okay, so I need to make this. I don't know exactly how this guy works. I need to go inside it. Right. Okay. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay, so this is actually showing it's going to the Facebook page and then dumping this into HTML. Okay. Dump DOM, okay. Standalone mode. Try this one. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so this is probably 2 years ago. This is kind of what I want. I just don't know if this still works since this is from 2 years ago. So let's try. Okay, so this is going to be the the Docker file for my badminton bot. And I'll start with this if I can. I probably won't have a more recent Python version. I'm just going to try, first of all, the way it is and see if this is actually still working. So docker build -t. Need to make sure I pass in the file. Since it's not a standard Docker file name, I'm just going to pass the Docker file name with -f. All right. Docker build. F. Okay, what did I do wrong? I think -f comes before. What did I do wrong? Docker build. I have one more argument. Okay, so I had it right. It's just that too many arguments. Okay, sudo. Right, so I'm building the Docker image and see if that works. So I'm building the Docker image. So far, so good. Probably want to go for a more recent version of Python 3.10. So I'm just going to search for it. So let's see, first of all, if this compiles. Okay. So there's no requirements.txt. Okay. For now, I'm just going to leave it. Let's see what I need to install for sure. Selenium, but I want to check my my conda environment, see what versions I have. I don't want to install new versions now because otherwise my code will not work. So I need to make sure I have roughly the same. So Chrome, Selenium. So I have 3.141.0. So I'm just going to say Selenium equal to 3.41.0. And then, so let's see if I can do one first now, first of all. And then okay, so I couldn't find the version. Did I get it right? Oh, 1 for 1. Okay. 1 for 1. So I have source file does not exist. That's probably because I don't have any code yet in my Docker file. So I'm going to just modify it for now. So I think this is all good for now, right? This is about copying the code. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that next, to be honest. I don't know if I need proxies. I don't think I do. For now, I'll comment out the things I don't know yet, what that will be like. Okay. So this seems to build, right? And now I want to test what version of, okay, I'm going to check what version of Python I have here. Python. Oops. Home driver binary. I also have the version, and the version is very important. I don't know which version of... Oh, that's interesting, man. So I think this one will be... Yeah, I don't need to probably install the other Chrome driver I had because that was for my desktop. So I'm going to try this script as well. So I'm going to put it into the source folder for now without really worrying about my code. So source. Oops. I'm going to open Visual Studio Code. Starting to become more necessary. Sure where I need to move this to another folder first. Have Selenium Chrome driver. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste this code for now. Just want to see if this works. VI. Okay. So do that. So this line I can already enable it again. So docker run -it codemental. What was the name of the badminton bot? And I'm going to try and run this with bash. Okay, so it's actually running now. And if I go into the app directory, then I have a Python script there. I can try this and see if there's any errors. No module name. Missing this library. Session not defined. It's like it's driver not session, right? So I'm getting there. Okay. I can't change it here, but anyway, I have to change the requirements. And I have to put, oops. What do I have to put there? I have to put Pi virtual display. Now, if you just run the first time. Okay. Forgot to change the other code. Going to put this. Let's try that. I think I already have a Docker container that can run Chrome in headless mode, which is a good thing. And now, okay, this is cool, right? So what I can actually do, don't have VI here, I could just try to create, okay, I need to put this into some other folder. I'm going to move this into my actual desktop so I can open this in Visual Studio Code. It's going to be easier for me to edit. And this. Just going to move that there. And now I can open this in Visual Studio Code. Open the folder. Badminton bot. So I have here my Docker container. This is for me to afterwards already by default run this script. I don't have that script yet. So for now I just want to make sure I put the code. I'll probably put it here for now. I'll stuff it in here. Put some functions before here. Okay. I just hope everything works. We'll see. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste all of this. That's why I've already put in this one big cell, because I know then it's easier to copy. So I've copied all the code here. Probably have some missing dependencies. It's already telling me anyway, like going to get the dependencies. Beautiful soup is the one that's missing. I think I'm okay. I need to pass in these options. Needs to go into the method. For begin. Okay. Now I need to also make sure I copy the credentials. This is a file. I need to copy this from within here. I need to make sure it doesn't get committed, by the way. Oops. But before I even forget, git ignore, in case I put this into GitHub, which I will at some point. I'm going to make this available to you. I'm going to just make sure I'm not putting my username and password here. So I'm adding this to the docker.ignore. Okay. Let's just center .properties so it won't commit this anymore. And now I can go and open a terminal here. Well, I don't know if I want to do it here because it's not proper Linux, so I want to do it here. Just going to this directory. Here. And then do a Docker build again. See what fails. Okay, nothing failed. That's a bit surprising. And now, let's see. I'm pretty sure I will have some errors. Okay, so missing some modules. Okay, that means my requirements.txt needs to have beautiful soup. Default. Okay, PS4. I need to check the version just in case. For now. 4.10.0. Let's see if that builds now. And let's see. It didn't compile. Because I have to beautiful soup for surprised I need to specify this long string, but you know, let's see if that's the issue. Seems like he likes the long form of beautiful soup. Okay, so we have the Docker container with beautiful soup now, and if I run this, now I get another error, which is 168 driver not defined. I'm surprised it just goes unrun. Don't need to do that. Let's just use the test function. So find available slots. Okay, so I have here, and I'm just going to copy and paste this as a test. So this is going to run. I also need to import JSON. Let's try. Yeah? And we have to build this again. Well, I could actually just share a directory and avoid having to build this every single time. Probably will do that once I start coding. If I have to do this again, I'll probably have to just share a folder. Okay, yeah, this is because I didn't copy this file through my Docker file. So I need to say copy src and copy so Azure Center dot properties 2/app. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, because I didn't build it yet. Okay, let's see. So the file is there now. I can try and run this again. And hopefully I'll see some JSON at the end. It will take a bit of time. I probably also need to adjust the screen size, because depending on what screen version you have, it will show you different. It's a responsive website, so it will show you a different UI. So I think I need to change that because it's telling me that some item is not visible. And right now I'm not doing a screenshot of the errors, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the issues. So I'm going to make it like 1280 720. That should make it big enough. If it still gives me an error, then the issue is something else. But this is good. I already can run Chrome in headless mode. Okay. Oh, pandas is not defined. So this is good. It's actually doing what's supposed to do, but it didn't find the pandas library. Because I didn't import it, and maybe I also didn't install it. PD is somewhere defined at the top where. So import pandas SPD, yeah. And I probably don't have the time. I'm not even importing the time library. So I need to add that as well. Oh, here, I already have it. Pandas. So let me get the right version of pandas. So pandas 1.3.5. Pandas equal to 1.3.5. And oh no, so this is not what I wanted to do. Okay, exit, build. Okay, now go back inside and then Python again, headless mode, and let's see if this works. It might give me another error. Some warnings, but it's actually working, I think. Yay, it worked. I have a function now in headless mode that returns me a JSON response. And it's actually, this is great. I've already have it in Docker. It was easier than I thought it would be. So the next stage would be to send like a notification with these results. or I could store this in a database. I could do whatever I wanted, but I won't do that today. I've run out of time. I think I will have to put this into at GitHub. Yeah, I will have to do that, and I'll put that available in the description, and you'll be able to try this code. But I already have something which is quite cool. I already have a Docker container that can run Chrome in headless mode. I can put this somewhere on the Google Cloud, and I'll do that at some stage. And I will maybe store some, like, because I don't always want to, I could make this into an API, so I could actually sell this data that I'm gathering to other people who want to use it. You know, that's how you can make a little bit of extra income, right? You monetize an API, because if I scrape data, I can store it. I don't always have to get it again and again and again. You can put it into a database, and it will have, of course, it will have an expiry date. The data won't be useful for very long in this case, right? But if in other scenarios where you could store data for a really long time, and this data becomes more and more valuable. So it's definitely worth doing it. All right. I hope you found this live stream useful, and I hope the quality of the sound was good enough. And I hope to see you again soon in another live stream where I'll continue with this project. And I think I'm going to go into new, more interesting use cases. I'm going to go back to the Amazon scraper website. Actually, I have access now to an API from Amazon, which allows me to check for prices, and I'm going to use that API to see if I can maybe create some interesting applications, like you know, something that allows me, for example, to search for the cheapest price, and store that data somewhere, and I can maybe visualize it on a website or whatever. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you again soon. Happy coding!